Michelle Obama's defense of the Real Housewives fans is a slam dunk. Former First Lady Michelle Obama thinks that the Real Housewives have more in common with sports than people realize, joking that watching ESPN is like watching the Bravo shows. Michelle Obama thinks the Housewives are real MVPs. The former First Lady shared her hot take on the Real Housewives fandom, expressing why she thinks it's actually quite similar to how ESPN treats sports. "There's drama in sports," Michelle said on her Emo podcast July 30th. "If I listen to ESPN for an hour, it's like watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta." The 61-year-old, who hosts the podcast with brother Craig Robinson, explained her thinking to guests Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers, saying, "It's the same drama and they're yelling at each other and they don't get along." To Michelle, ESPN's Stephen A. Smith is, just like every other talk show host, with Matt joking, he would be a great Real Housewife. Michelle then went on to explain her rationale. "That's why I'm like, what's the difference?" the becoming author mused. "It's just sociological drama. The fact that people over seasons of working together still can't get along. They still have the same arguments. And it's not just women, but this happens in sports, too." She added, "I find it fascinating. Especially because the housewives on the show, much like many athletes, keep spending time together despite knowing they don't get along. It's just like, why do you keep going to dinner together?" Michelle exclaimed. "It never ends well, and don't ever vacation with her ever again." But as Bowen noted, one thing that sports has which the Bravo shows do not is stats. "What I find fascinating about sports, in my unfamiliarity with it, is that it is really, really something, and it's really cool that you get to look at stats and you get to compare that way." The Saturday Night Live star explained, "That's the storytelling, and I wish Housewives had that. And while the shows might not give you all the stats you're looking for, like the number of fights each season," as Matt remarked. "When the reunions roll around, it is like seeing which team ranked higher that season. You see people talking about it, like, oh, she's in the 1 spot. She's in the 2 spot. Look at her all the way in no man's land, all the way at the end of the couch," the Las Culturistas podcast co-host said, "so it does kind of have that."